Wind up stuck inside you. This cell of ice and fire, what blood red death, lost in desire, smell of life.
What's up? What's up? What's up? Live and direct from fucking fly from the studio in the basement.
Oh, are we going to talk about David Cronenberg movies?
No, David. No, that fucking fly was in my beer. We can though, because tonight we can talk about anything. We're going to talk about all kinds of shit. Potpourri, if you will. Is that what they call it when they do a bunch of different things?
Yeah.
Rick Paulton, Ryan Inman. See, without the boxes, I can get this right every time because he's right next to me. I know he's there, and it'll point up.
So close I can touch him.
Right on. What's up? What's up? What's up, man? How's your week been?
Busy, man. All that fucking Christmas shit.
Halloween barely over. You had Christmas shit before Halloween was even over, though, didn't you? Yeah, it's crazy.
I've been completely buried in. I got these 9-foot trees at work today.
Oh.
3 lit. The retail's like $400. We got them for $129.99.
Yeah, it's still too much for me.
Oh, man.
We got a tree somewhere. Every year we decorate. Well, not every year, but sometimes we decorate this tree, and then we shove it in the hole upstairs when we're done with all the decorations on it. So then when if we ever want to put it back up, we just grab the whole thing out whole. It's ready to go. Post it up somewhere where inevitably my dog will trash it because that's what she does. That's what she does. But so I think it's pretty much pointless, you know, especially when we had the cats up there. They would just destroy shit. You know how cats are.
Yeah, I do. And with what I do for a living, though, day in and day out, I would never want to decorate for Christmas at home because I do it at work all day for months.
I don't even care about Christmas.
So, no, I don't either, man. And in my line of work, it kind of ruins it for you, man, because it brings out
Retail.
The fucking worst in people.
Yes,
man.
it does.
Really
Yes, it does.
You know, most people are okay, but you get that one, man, now and then, and it becomes more often and often during this time of year. So,
right on.
So, cheers to all my fellow.
Speaking of Christmas, we're drinking
workers.
some Christmas ale, some delicious Christmas ales.
Santa Claus Howler.
Klaus Howler. It's good shit though, man. This is a tasty beverage.
It actually is. It's really good.
Delicious.
And we're not being paid to say that either.
We wish we were.
But if you guys want to send us free beer, we'll drink it.
Free beer is always good. So,
non-alcoholic for me.
Non-alcoholic, yes. So before we get into whatever the fuck we're going to get into, we will do our football segment that we normally do at the top of the show because ESPN Bet, if you don't have it already, is giving away $200. You just make your first bet. They give you four $50 free bets that you can go crazy with and just bet on stuff you normally wouldn't even bet on and maybe win some money. I already won like $90.
And if you make a $10 wager, you'll get a fifth $50 bet within 24 to 48 hours as well.
Wish I would have known that. I did not know that. I'm going to try it later.
You still can.
Still can? Okay.
And again, this isn't an ad either. We just want you guys to be able to get those free $50 bets.
Yeah, no doubt.
Because I have
a couple bucks.
And I'm going to be using them on the game tonight.
And this guy is 6-1, 7-1, 8-1. What are we?
8-2.
8-2 is it now?
I got the money line bet last week, but I fucked up the spread. So I guess you could say I'm 8-1-1.
All right. So
because if you want the
maybe
money,
listen to this guy and throw one of those $50 bets on it. You might win some money.
Yeah, if you listened to me on the money line last week, you did well. If you followed the spread, you did not. So
tonight, though, is
the Cincinnati Football Bengals at the Baltimore Football Ravens.
I didn't know it was in Baltimore.
The Ravens are given 3.5. They're 3.5-point favorites. Baltimore at home. I think they win.
You did the Ravens win. They should win.
I do.
They're one of the best teams in football.
Yeah, they're really good. The defense is playing well. I like the Bengals too, though. I think both teams are very good. My problem is, though, I think the Ravens pass rush, the way it's been lately, is just
going to get
too much for the Bengals offensive line.
Yeah, well, the offensive line's kind of trash anyway in Cincinnati.
Yeah, it's a notification from ESPN Bet.
There you go.
I'll look at it later. But, yeah, I got Baltimore in this one. I think they cover, too. I think they win by like a touchdown.
Okay. Allison's on. She says she thinks the Bengals are going to go.
Going to go where?
Gonna go weird. I think she meant to say they're gonna win. I kind of do as well, but I wouldn't put 50 real dollars on it. But I sure as shit put 50 fake dollars on it. And my logic is, if the Bengals win, that means the Browns are playing for first place on Sunday. And since we're fucked for the rest of the year, had we had Watson on Sunday, we probably would be going into first place, probably in the driver's seats for a playoff game. But I'm a Browns fan. We get fucked all the time. The Bengals winning will then fuck us harder. So that's why I think the Bengals will win.
See, I got something to say about this because you brought it up. I wasn't going to go there, but why the fuck are Browns fans so happy that Deshaun Watson is hurt? The guy is
not this guy.
Thank you.
Not this guy. I've seen the guys behind him.
Do I like him as a person? I don't. I think he's a scumbag. That's just my opinion. But
1 touchdown to 8 interceptions.
But
something like that.
Deshaun Watson is 6-1 as a starter in Cleveland.
Yeah,
6-1. How can you fucking argue that?
He's 5-1.
I thought he was 6-1.
No, he's 5-1. He's legit 4-1 because he didn't play that one game that he started.
I could have sworn it was 6-1 after. So either way, the dude's lost one fucking game he started.
Yeah, that'd be 6 games. DTR started 1, and we're 9 games. Yeah, no, he's 5-1. He's 5-1, and he was even last year, 3-3,
or maybe 6-1 in his last 7 starts. Then going back to last.
That could be. That could be. But nevertheless,
yeah,
he is an all-pro athlete, fucking stud of a quarterback. He's been playing not up to par, but he's
winning games
with 1 leg and 1 arm. He's better than anything we've ever had. Eric says, should I sign up for the ESPN and bet all the free money on the Ravens?
No, not all of it, but one of the 50s. Yeah, bet it on them.
Yeah, if you know how to do that, do that. It's going to be fun. It's free. And don't bet real money on that, though, because you need money.
Remember, though, you do have to place a $10 bet
to get
anything to get the 5th $50 bet.
Right. So bet $10 on something, and then you'll notice them go into your you'll get an email that you're getting those.
So I like Baltimore. Money line, and even the cover, I guess. It's only 3.5 points.
Yeah.
I also like Lamar Jackson over, I think it's 43 rushing yards. That's pretty low.
Yeah.
I like that, and him as an anytime touchdown scorer as well.
Does that mean, does his passing touchdowns count with that? So he has to rush for one.
Yeah. But the odds are.
You put those 3 together with a $50 bet, and you're going to get some bread in the morning.
$100.
I would say, I would guess probably 300 to 400, right? For something like that.
I could actually look. It'd take me
go ahead. Go ahead and look. I'll freestyle about something.
Yeah. Talk about your weekend.
Well, we're going to get to that. But with these $50 bets, I found out the hard way that normally when you make a bet, you bet $50 on something, you'll get that 50 back plus whatever you win. You don't get the 50 back on this.
Don't.
So I bet $50 on a gimme that was minus 10,000 that was paying 50 cents. Thinking I would get my $50, turn it into real money, and then the 50 cents on top of it. I just got the 50 cents. Yeah. So don't do something stupid like I did and waste a $50 bet. But I did hit on my other $50 bet, and I got 2 going into the weekend. One, I bet on Cincinnati today, and I took the Buckeyes with the points, or giving the points. Lots of them, because I don't know. I think they're gonna win by a ton. They usually do. So are you figuring that out?
I'm looking at it now. Let's go 50 yards on Lamar, because you can go in either way on this.
So we got Lamar rushes for 50.
And then touchdown score. We don't want first. We want
anytime touchdown score.
We want anytime. Where the hell is it? This is so stupid.
Can you walk me through what bets to make later? I need the money. Hey, what's up, Charles? Charles Sherrod in the house from the Dive. They go live tonight at, I don't know if it's right at the top of the hour at 8 or 7:45. He'll let me know here in a second.
That's pretty nice, man. So if you go Baltimore minus 3.5, Lamar Jackson over 49.5 rushing yards, and Lamar Jackson to score a touchdown, and you put 50 on that, that'll win you 260, 270.
260, 270.
And I think I'm going to actually play that one.
All right. So, yeah, you can make 260, 270. Yeah, Eric, gambling is called gambling for a reason. So don't bet real money on this, because next thing you know, you'll be homeless and living in my basement again. And we don't want that. I like my basement. 6:50 is when it goes down. So that's 7:50 our time. When the countdown begins at 6:50. So they go live at 7 Eastern. on Rumble, on the Rumble app. Get the Rumble app, follow the Dive Podcast, and right on. Cool.
I did it.
Yeah. So Ryan just put his money where his mouth is on that parlay he gave you. We'll see. I don't know. It looks like a blank screen. Yeah. Just take my word for it.
Baltimore -3.5. Lamar Jackson over 49.5
and a touchdown.
Yards, and Lamar Jackson anytime touchdown score. I mean, he has to run one in.
He has to run one in. Yeah.
Yeah.
So
us 523.
See my cool Jason X shirt. It's pretty
did
cool.
see that.
Pretty cool. Got that on the Friday the 13th.
What about mine?
That's very cool. I'm a Jim Cornette guy myself. I don't know what you just said, but no, I'm not putting real money on this. Just trying to make a few extra bucks on that free bets from them. Right on. I'll talk to you more about it later and try to give you some ones. Message your cousin. Your cousin, he does this for a living, sort of. He might be able to help you with it and tell you exactly where to put those 50s.
He does. I won't use his name on here for privacy's sake, but we've been messaging a lot lately, actually. Well,
it's Parlay J on Facebook.
That I'll tell you. Thing. Yeah, you can look him up on there.
Great shirts, guys. Got a guest announcement tonight? Well, we got an announcement for a guest on a later date.
Yes, we do.
No guests tonight. Maybe there is one, actually, though. We do have I did send an invite to somebody that may or may not come on. Will eventually come on. But we'll get to that. But fuck it. We'll just do it right here at the top. So I announced it on the page. We're going to, on December 7th, have 2 of the original cast members for the 1974 Texas Chainsaw Massacre. Right. So excited about that. It's my second favorite franchise out of all horror movies. Not his. That's okay, though. But out of all horror movies, it's my second favorite franchise, obviously behind Friday. Very excited about it. Met these guys in Michigan. Let's hear about Detroit. We're going to talk about Detroit, Allison. There's some stuff I don't know if we're allowed to talk about with you on, though. Oh, geez. Yeah, I don't know if Adam wants me to spill all the tea. But nevertheless, back to my announcement that I'm trying to make. So we got John Dugan, Dugan or Duggan. I'm not sure how you say his name. I apologize.
I think he's Dugan.
Yeah, depends on if Bill Watts is saying it. Bill Watts, he's Hacksaw Jim Dugan. Everybody else in the world calls him Duggan.
He is.
So
that's 2 G's.
So that was a joke. There's nothing really to say, Allison. So yeah, he's going to be on. He was Grandpa in Texas Chainsaw Massacre, the first one, and in either 2003 or 2013. Don't remember which. He reprised his role as Grandpa, which was the second longest separation of playing a character twice. Mm-hmm. Don't remember who the first one was, but it was a big one. Oh, well, maybe I'll remember it. I'll know it that day because I'll do my research. And Alan Danziger, I believe is how you say his name. He was Jerry.
Danziger?
Maybe.
Like that.
He was Jerry in the original Texas Chainsaw Massacre. He was Sally's boyfriend. Mm-hmm. So... yeah, they're getting ready to do a whole 50th anniversary thing this year, and they're going to come on our show, our little show, and we're going to be the first ones to talk to them about it, which is really cool.
Yeah.
And so that was sweet. Now we met them in Michigan, as Allison alluded to. Me, my buddy Adam, went up to see Pantera / Metallica.
Oh, happy birthday, Adam! By the way.
Oh yeah, happy birthday, Adam! Duh. I posted it on the fake Facebooks and whatnot.
I'll have to write him a note later.
Yeah. So we were up there for Pantera / Metallica. Pantera was Friday night. Well, Pantera with Metallica. And then Metallica had a second show on Sunday night. And in the middle of those 2 days on Saturday, Nate Thompson, who owns and operates you're welcome. Yeah, owns and operates the Michigan Horror Museum in Monroe, Michigan. If you get a chance to check it out, we did when we were up there. Did we go up there just for pizza? No, we went up there for SummerSlam.
Yeah, we went for wrestling.
The pizza was the highlight, though.
Yes, it was.
Which we definitely went back to while we were up there.
Fuck you, you motherfucking dirty scoundrel.
So
the best pizza I've ever had, not in New York City.
So yeah, there's a Nate
Freddie
Thompson,
the Pizza Man.
Freddie the Pizza Guy, and he's in.
It's near.
It's almost Detroit. If you Google Detroit, it's the same thing. Like Melville, I want to say is the name of the city.
That is actually correct.
All right,
yeah, that's right.
Memory works sometimes. So Nate Thompson, owner of Michigan Horror Museum, did a really, 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 really awesome event. It was I don't know if it's called the Michigan Tattoo Festival or Michigan Tattoo Convention. Either way, He's going to do another one next year because this one was a great success. We were there on Saturday, busy as hell all day. At least 20 tattoo artists tattooing all day. But unlike incarceration, you could get into a spot pretty easily, which we did. See? Look at that. And Adam also got tatted. And I was scared of the head tattoo. I was scared because you watch Ink Master and they're always, oh, I don't know if you want to get that on your head, and they get you to change the position of it and everything. I wanted to get numbing cream, and I got laughed at by the guys that were doing the tattoo. Basically called me a pussy.
You don't want that shit.
And then we ain't got that shit. But they assured me it wouldn't hurt. And you know what? Least painful tattoo I ever had. And as I sat down to get said tattoo, Walk started playing in the background of the convention, which I thought was really cool. Then, as Adam sat down to get his Metallica tattoo, he got a Metallica star on his forearm. One started playing in the background. And not our guys were playing that. It was like way on the other side of the convention, which I thought was really cool. So a lot of horror elements to this tattoo convention. It's because Nate Thompson, big horror fan, owns the horror museum. He brought a lot of his personal collection of human skulls and bones and skeletons and really cool stuff. He had this one skull that was a tribal skull from some tribe in, I don't know, New Zealand. We'll say New Zealand. They look like people that thrust shit through their nose and whatever the fuck. But not like the African tribes, you know, they look a little different, you know. So is that racist that I said that? It sounds a little racist.
I'll be looking for a new co-host next week.
But nevertheless,
really
really cool.
Cancel poor Rick here.
Does it count if you're talking about people that don't even exist anymore? I don't think they exist anymore.
Know,
oh, who knows? But yeah, so he had that stuff going on, and they also had people getting suspended through their backs with hooks, and that was cool. And this girl being a human horse with a trailer, what do you call it, the carriage thing?
Yeah.
Taking people around the convention, and that was pretty cool. And then they had some horror guests, which is how we met the guys from Texas Chainsaw. And also they had two people from Nightmare on Elm Street 4, and Lisa Wilcox and Dan, I'm not sure of his last name, but he played Dan in the movie.
Yeah.
Both movies, 4 and 5.
One of the coolest deaths.
Yeah, definitely one of the coolest death scenes in the history of horror.
The motorcycle.
Dude, it was awesome.
Yeah. And then after that, the rest of that movie
was not good.
So bad.
It's not good.
But that
4 was good. 5 was not so good.
That might be my second favorite kill in that whole franchise.
What's your first?
I'm not saying that now because we're gonna do that one.
Yeah, but don't forget by the time we do it.
I'm not
you're gonna be curious.
Spoilers.
Now. All right,
Spoilers.
okay.
I'll tell you after the show.
That might be my favorite kill. My favorite kill in the franchise.
It's very good, and you could tell if that movie had a $2 million budget, they spent $500,000 on that kill.
Speaking of that kill, I don't even know if I even told you about this yet. Robert Kurtzman, who did the special effects, I am 99% sure he did the special effects in that movie.
I think so.
If not that movie, he did do different Nightmare movies. He did, what's that Quentin Tarantino movie with the vampires?
From Dusk Till Dawn.
From Dusk Till Dawn. He did Wishmaster. He did, you fucking name it, this guy did it. He did my buddy Adam Marcus's film, Secret Santa. Another one of my buddy Adam Marcus's films, Jason Goes to Hell. Hey, the special effects, man, they were good in that, right? Were they good? Come on. You got to at least give it that.
Yeah.
The special effects were good. But I emailed him about the time we started doing this. And he finally emailed me back, and he said, I messaged him on Facebook, and then he emailed me back, sent me his email address, get with me. So he's going to come on at a later date and time, which is fucking awesome. We're going to try to do a show about special effects in movies, and we'll talk about like movies that have great kills, movies that have great makeup, and we'll get him on. We'll try to get maybe J3, James Ingram, to come on since he makes these masks. He made a costume for Kane freaking Hodder to wear at a con.
I'm supposed to get in touch with him now that Halloween's over. That's right.
Yeah. To get you a hood. Yeah. So he does fantastic work. I found out. Speaking of him, I found out that Kane Hodder costume he made. You know what he was supposed to make that for, right?
For Kane Hodder.
Yeah, but when? For Jason Takes PA, they got to fuck. So I could have got an awesome in-costume picture, but I got fucked by Jimmy J, and the event didn't happen, and Jimmy J sucks. It'll be a year in like 3 weeks.
Yeah.
And me nor nobody else got our money back.
No.
So never do business with that guy. You see that guy's name attached to any horror thing, fuck that guy.
What? Yeah, because that's that part 5 thing, like that just happened. It sounded intriguing, and then I heard that he was involved, and I don't want to.
Yeah. Well, I mean, I kind of wanted to go because once I confirmed that he wasn't getting the money from it, that he was I guess, the MC and helping him promote it, but he couldn't really promote it because anytime he'd promote it with his name, people would attack it.
As soon as I saw him Instagram.
Here from New Mexico, Bill Wolf. What's up, brother?
Yeah.
What's up, man? But yeah.
One of the coolest American city names ever is in New Mexico.
What is it, Albuquerque?
No, where they used to build
Albuquerque.
Where they used to build Cactus Jack from.
Oh yeah, Truth or That's a real
right.
place. Truth or Consequences.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah,
they
nice.
named it after the game show in the 50s.
Yeah, no doubt. Charles Rod says horror pages, groups, and individuals are truly sneaky. Not all, but they are out there. They will sabotage you. But as I was saying, I wanted to go to that. Part 5 is my favorite Friday the 13th, and they had a huge cast. I mean, they had Reggie the Reckless. They had Melanie Kinnaman. Yep. They had. She's such a fucking sweetheart. Yeah, and Charles had her on his show. He had a couple of these guys. He had the nurse, Bob DeSimone. He was on there. He and a couple other people from, of course. What's the guy's name?
Ron Sloan's.
Yeah, Ron Sloan.
Ron Sloan's always.
Yeah, Ron Sloan was there, and I wanted to go to get my album signed by more of the Friday the 13th guys, Part 5 guys, and was hoping I'd run into Jimmy J. Grab the guy up by his ankles.
I bet he wouldn't have been looking forward to that.
Yeah, he talks so tough online, but I'm gonna get off him. Forget him. But change the subject. Yeah. Forget that guy. So, so we made it through 23 minutes without even having a topic here. This is awesome. Yeah. So we didn't have anything planned for this week. Just figured we get on here, talk about some things we had upcoming, talk about some things that are going on. Like tonight, ran into Jared Crank, Red Crank from Death Crew Society. He's in town in Cleveland because those guys were in Philly with their Curse Your Luck game that's getting booked at horror conventions all over the place. They're blowing up. Life's good. It's a great thing. Check them out. Follow their page if you haven't already. But since we stole a bunch of shit from them, we stole a bunch of people that watch their shit. Say, yeah, woohoo, DCS, exactly. So
where'd you guys go?
To the Haunted House restaurant in Cleveland because he had never been there. And if you're a horror fan in town, you gotta check that place out. It's got a really cool atmosphere. The food is overpriced bar food. Yeah, the first time was New Mexico. Yeah, it was at Albuquerque. The first time they did the live live Curse Your Luck. And they're obviously getting better at it, getting booked different places. And so we were talking, he's going to be all over the place with that thing. Him, Zig, and the Colonel. So
I never went to the Haunted House restaurant in Cleveland because everybody said the food was awful.
I know it's not awful. It's just there's not a whole lot of thought put in it. Like he was there with his goddaughter, and she got a Texas Chainsaw Massacre burger. What would you expect that to be?
Bloody.
I would expect it to have brisket, maybe chili.
Ooh, yeah, okay.
It's a bacon cheeseburger. Oh. He got a Shining burger. It was a spicy cheese. Like, why would spicy go with Shining? I don't know. So they didn't really put too much thought into the items, but they both said they were good burgers. I had some wings that were really good.
It seems like Blairstown Diner put more thought into their Friday the 13th
Yeah, they
menu.
did. They honestly did.
It in, yeah.
So I had these wings. They were called Maple Heat was the name of the sauce. Sauce looked like straight blood.
Yeah.
Why not talk about that? Like, why not incorporate that into the name of the menus?
Sure.
I don't know.
Oh.
I cooked for a lot of years before I do what I do now, and I know about restaurants, and I could make that place a lot better. Aaron Blankenship, he knows a lot about food too, man.
Yeah, he does.
Best cook I know. The food at Haunted House isn't horrible. It's average, but everything has a sweetness to it. Yeah, and if you're not into sweet stuff, that's not your place.
See, Aaron is a rare talent, and he is just as good at eating the food as he is cooking it.
Well, yeah, if you're a good cook, you're good at eating food and critiquing it. And,
I love when he brings stuff over when we all get together.
Yeah, that dude is he kicks ass.
Oh, yeah.
Oh,
Super Bowl is not far off.
Yeah, the Super Bowl.
We'll all bring our
big ass party
like we always do.
Like we always do. Right on.
I'll bring a gallon of guacamole like every year.
Best damn guacamole this side
this
of
fucking guy. Actually, I do like my own. Actually,
it's great. So we got so we got the Texas Chainsaw Massacre guys coming on. A couple weeks we got Craig Mueckler from Microwave Massacre. I've been doing some research on this guy. He's got a pretty cool story. I mean, his movies might. Well, let's face it, they fucking suck. Not to be mean. I love Microwave Massacre, but as I always say, I can differentiate a good movie from a movie I like. This movie is not a good movie by any stretch of the imagination. It is Gummo. It's Gummo for horror.
Yeah. And
if you've seen Gummo and you like Gummo, you'll probably like this movie. It is not a good movie, but I do love it, and I think some people will like it. It's funny, but it's not meant to be funny. It's one of them kind of things.
What day is he coming on?
He was supposed to come on 11:30, but he had to postpone it because he is shooting a new film.
So it's not till December. Then.
It'll be in December because it can't be December 7th because that's the day the Texas Chainsaw guys are on. After that, we got I think he said he might do the week after, which would be December 14th.
14th would be good because on the 21st, I got some ideas because that's the one that precedes Christmas.
Right on. Yeah, I think we should do a Christmas episode.
I think we have Black Christmas and something else.
Yeah, we'll figure it out. We'll rank top 5 Christmas movies or something. Who knows?
Too.
Yeah, so we'll do some Christmas movies. Speaking of Christmas movies, there is a theater in town, Capitol Theater, and they do every year like 4 or 5 Christmas horror movies. Mm-hmm. So Adam Marcus has guaranteed me that if I could talk them into showing Secret Santa, and I'm trying, that he will definitely come on.
He has to anyway.
Yeah, he has to anyway. But he will definitely come on then. We'll have a date. He has to come on. We'll get particulars out of the way at a later date and time. Ari Lehman has agreed to come on.
That's right.
We spoke to him. We were gonna try to get him because he's gonna be in our last week's guest's film, Anthony Chiamante. What was his name? Ciamano is the way that the guy in the podcast pronounced it, but that was not right. Chiamano, yeah. His film, Lorena Faze, what's up? Hello from Wisconsin. Hope you're all having a groovy night. We are.
Absolutely.
Just ran into Red Crank at the Haunted House restaurant in Cleveland. He is actually at this current time watching Thanksgiving that they'll be reviewing on their Monday show, Monday Maniacs. At 8 o'clock.
The trailer that played before every fucking horror movie that was just in the theaters last
month. Yes, that one. I'm going to be going to see that tomorrow, probably. I don't think I'll be able to get it today.
I'll catch it soon. Did that just come out?
Oh, Adam and so is Ari. Yeah, they're both great guys. I've met them both a couple times, and they're both great people. Ari was going to come on with Anthony, but he was actually flying to Europe.
Yeah, he was.
On the night we were doing the show. So while we were on the air, he was literally in the air. So he couldn't come on. But he's going to come on. AJ Stone, who plays his Jason, is going to come on. Good group of DCSers here tonight. Yeah, I know. I see that. I appreciate that, guys. New faces, new names. That's always good.
Yeah. Adam Marcus has to come on
here. He's going to.
I know he's not looking forward to it.
It's because of you, because you had to talk so much shit. You had to do that when he got on, not before he got on.
I understand. Oh, I held back.
Oh.
You know me. And that's the thing.
The thing is he knows. He even worked it into his documentary.
I know he did.
He had give me $10 if you love the movie, and we'll give you a shout out. Give me $20 if you hate the movie and you want to tell me to fuck off, or if you want me to tell you to fuck off. So he gets it.
Now,
thanks, Bill, man. I definitely appreciate that for sure.
I've still never spoken to him because I don't want to until we're in the right setting.
Right on.
Because I've seen him on podcasts and interviews, and he's an extremely likable guy.
Yeah, he's a great guy. I mean,
so I don't want to soften it up.
Speaking of that event that got fucked in Pennsylvania, he paid for the venue that
I know.
they couldn't have the venue because Jimmy J didn't have the money and he's going to cancel everything. Adam Marcus called the venue, gave him his credit card information, $5,000, bam, done.
See, I look at it this way though. Being in the music business back, when I was, I knew a lot of extremely nice people that I liked very much that were in bad bands.
Yeah.
And I look at Adam Marcus kind of the
Craig
same.
Mueckler, man, he seems like a really good guy. His movies are bad, dude.
Adam Marcus seems like the nicest fucking guy ever. But my God, I don't like his movies. So,
yeah, I don't know.
But anything else aside.
I at least like everything he did. I don't love everything he's done. No,
anything else aside, that's whatever. I will keep it strictly to Jason Goes to Hell because that's the relevant.
Yeah, she says, "Oh yeah, that fucking JJ guy, that was a mess." Yeah, it was. Yeah, it was. A year later, I still haven't got paid. Neither has anybody else.
Fuck that guy.
Yeah, we're not. Yeah, again, fuck that dude. So. What else? We talked about AJ Stone he's going to be on. I talked to Lisa Wilcox when I met her, but I don't know if she's going to actually do it. She might have just been being nice because I was in her line buying an autograph. I don't know. But she told me to email her and she might come on the show to talk some Nightmare on Elm Street. Obviously, if we do that, we got to have Jared Haggerty on with us because he'll probably kill me if I don't. Oh, yeah. Freddy Krueger action. The biggest Nightmare on Elm Street fan in the whole wide world.
Yeah. See, we have to.
Have you guys Secret Santa? That's an ad. He didn't like it.
We reviewed it.
We reviewed it on one of our. We were still doing the Spotify deal, right?
Yeah.
That wasn't on the air.
No.
That one was one of the first ones on here because Adam was gonna be on for that, but he was sick. Yeah. But he was in the comments the whole time. Him and his wife were in the comments.
If you go to our page here on YouTube,
on Facebook or on YouTube, you can see where we talked about it.
It's there.
He didn't like it. I really did like it.
Not good.
I thought it was really cool. I've watched it a bunch of times. Robert Kurtzman did the special effects in that, and he's we're working on getting him on. I don't know when that's going to happen, but that'll be a really cool show. Yeah, it's thanks to all of you guys in the comments. This thing is getting bigger and bigger and bigger. And the horror community, man, like I always say, you guys are we're all really there for each other. And, Lorena, I'll have to go back and check that out. I liked it. No, really, I liked it quite a bit. Me too. But Ryan is, I've said it from the beginning, man, he is a snob with a lot of this shit. He is a way harder critique than I am.
So when I actually grade a movie higher than you, which has happened like 3 times now.
Yeah, that's a big deal.
Yeah.
Well, because I guess that'd be irrelevant. I was gonna say when I grade the movie, it's how good of a movie when I'm giving the grade, not how much I like the movie. But then if you grade it higher than me, then that
I factor all of that in. So, and I remember the first one that I did was Hellraiser.
Yeah,
and that was our first video show.
Yeah.
Because I didn't really see a path to that film with everything else we had going on.
And then we're still backed up with all kinds of stuff.
Yeah. We need to do, and maybe we'll put a poll out there because we have to finish the odd ones. We need to do part 3 and part 9.
There's only 2 left we got of the odds ones?
Yeah, because we did 1, 5,
those are
7,
odd Friday the
11.
13th movies to do review in long form, which we are going to we're going to start doing the long form reviews, not tonight because I got a bunch of shit going on. My wife's got this holiday party I got to cook for either tonight or the morning, but I nevertheless got to go to the store to buy food for it. So we're not going to do one tonight, but what we're going to start doing is we're going to, after we record this show, we're going to turn off the live, and then me and Ryan are going to deep dive into a film, and then we'll post that on the YouTube, we'll post that on the Spotify, we'll post that on the Facebook. It just won't be live for the interactions, because when we do those, we don't get a lot of interaction anyway.
Long form reviews,
because it's like kind of hard for people to interject their opinions and different things while we're going on.
It actually throws us off track,
right? If something does come up, you need to send a good pic, and I'll see if the wife can make you a wreath. Send it to Bill. Oh yeah, we can do that. Right on. Yeah, we seen those wreaths. The DCS, they had them. They were giving away for Curse Your Luck in Philly this past weekend. They're going to be they're going to another convention this weekend. They're going Days of the Dead in Chicago. So those guys are all over the place, blowing up.
Good.
I love it.
Good. They're all good guys, man.
Yeah, we're gonna have to start doing our own horror game show. We'll call it. Come up with it. I kid.
I'd rather just paint masks.
Yeah. No, we but I borrowed a couple things from those guys. Yeah, for sure. But they're great people, and they kind of inspired me to do this show.
I eventually want to have Crank on here.
Oh no, yeah, that's another guest that's coming up. Craig, he's going to be on.
Yeah,
we're going to do. We've talked about it a couple times. Yeah. So we're going to do a show. What is horror? Mm-hmm. Because he's gotten some shit on his show mm-hmm. where he'll come up with a movie that's not even horror when they're doing like whatever year, like this past year that they did, and I go back and forth with that too. Like, what makes a horror movie? Like tonight, me and Crank were talking about Red State. Have you seen Red State? Kevin Smith movie about the church and
no, but I know what it is.
Westboro Baptist people, and that's listed on a lot of lists as a horror movie, and it's scary, and it's suspenseful, and then people die. But some people might not call it a horror movie. Some people will call it a suspense movie, a thriller movie. I think it is a horror movie. Great movie. So what we're gonna do is discuss what makes a horror movie and why. And because Crank has been on the on that side of the argument on his show a couple times where he brings up things that are like horror adjacent, that I think he'd be the perfect guy to have this discussion with.
He and I actually disagree on a couple of things.
Yeah, because
he considers horror.
He thinks, and most people do, Silence of the Lambs is a horror.
You
say no.
No, I think it's a psychological.
And I say Harry Potter could be horror because it's got fucking werewolves, it's got witches, it's got all this shit going on. Why is that not a horror movie?
I'll be honest with you, I've never seen one of those movies all the way.
Okay. Good movies. I never did until recently. Chris's ex got me into them, and
I know which one.
Good stuff.
I know which one.
Oh, process elimination.
Well, even so, I wasn't even gonna go there. I just correlate that person with that.
Okay.
So.
That's mostly
like actually. Here's my. Because
right, yeah. The debate of what is horror, I think it's going to be. So could Twilight. Now, is it awful? Yes. It has werewolves and vampires.
No.
That kind of makes horror.
Now, here's the thing, like, because I did, we were talking.
We didn't say it had to be good horror.
We were talking about doing PG and PG-13.
Yes, we were. We were going to do that. We had that as a backup topic. If we couldn't get Anthony on at the last minute, I found out he could be on, so we scrapped that. But we were doing PG-13 and PG.
Now,
Ghostbusters, also horror, but also horror adjacent.
Disagree with that as a horror movie, or it would have made one of my lists.
Okay.
Now there's two on my PG list that people might not consider horror movies, but I do.
So Ryan made a list because that was going to be our topic.
Yeah.
Was PG and PG-13 movies, and the reason I came up with that is because Poltergeist is a PG movie.
That made my list.
Of course it did.
Made my top 5.
Well, of course it did. And Swamp Thing PG movie
did not make my list.
And again, is that horror? Is that horror?
Sure.
So, but some people would say no, it's a superhero movie. But Blade's a superhero movie, and that's a goddamn horror movie.
That's true.
So, but Swamp Thing, there's naked chicks all over the place. It's PG.
Yeah, it wouldn't happen now.
No, so I was just kind of
anymore
all weird about it. Like what the hell? Yeah, no doubt. Give Silent Bob his rights back.
Monster Squad made my list of PG-13 horror movies.
So back to the PG-13 thing. If you wondered why Jaws, Poltergeist, Swamp Thing were PG movies and not PG-13 or rated R, back then there was no PG-13. The reason PG-13 started was because of Steven Spielberg and Poltergeist.
It's funny that you say that because my number 1 PG-13 movie came out in 1963. Just saying.
The Birds?
Yes.
PG movie.
It's PG-13.
No, it's PG.
No, it doesn't.
No, that's a wrong list. PG-13 didn't exist in 1963.
It was re-rated because it
went maybe. Okay, maybe it was re-rated. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
All right. But PG-13 didn't come out until after Poltergeist. Poltergeist was the reason it was invented.
Why?
Oh, I don't know. I didn't do all the research because I didn't know we were going to do this deep dive today.
We're not deep diving.
Oh, I didn't think there was, I didn't know we were going to talk about this. So I didn't further look at it. Yeah, I knew it was the Birds. No, I see it says PG-13, but PG-13 didn't exist in the
Of
60s.
course not, but
Again, yeah, it must have been
it
re-rated.
went
That's
back
fine.
to the theater, and it needs
It
to
went
be
back this year, and I wanted to watch it, but
That's
should
probably
happen. I
happened
couldn't
in
get to the
80s.
theater.
They probably re-rated that in the 80s,
Right.
On a theatrical run.
So
for like
okay,
the
so
20th
real quick,
anniversary.
what was your top 5? You got each, right?
Yeah, I did.
Pick one or the other.
Let's
and
do
we'll go with it.
PG-13 first because I actually don't think these movies are as good as the PG ones.
No, they're not because a lot of these PG movies are great.
My top 5 favorite PG-13 horror movies. Number 5 is Monster Squad. So
Okay.
that up. I loved that movie as a kid. It was fun. Not very scary, but it is still horror. I mean, you have fucking Dracula and Frankenstein.
Hey, what's up, Tracy?
All that going on, you know? So that's my number 5. Number 4 is Killer Clowns from Outer Space. It's actually only PG-13. A lot of people think it's more horrific than it is, but it's not.
Yeah, there's not a lot of gore or anything in it, but clowns are scary to people.
No, my number 3, this one, some people might not think it's horror, but I'll argue that it is because of the kills, and there's a little bit is Little Shop of Horrors.
Little Shop of Horrors is a good movie.
The musical.
Yeah,
I
it's
love
good.
it. With Rick Moranis, Steve Martin. I love it.
Yeah, I got my where is it? Where
You got
is
Audrey?
it? Yeah, I got
Oh, you
Audrey.
do have Audrey, too.
Huh.
Yeah.
Where the hell is it? Oh, she's hiding behind NES Jason over there.
My number 2 PG-13 horror movie is Tremors.
Tremors.
I love Tremors.
Tremors is good stuff. And what was number 1?
Number 1's The Birds.
The Birds. Okay.
Definitely The Birds. That was without question.
All right. So PG movies that are rated PG. Like we talked about a couple. Poltergeist was rated PG. Hard to believe.
We're getting
Jaws was rated PG. Or go ahead.
Let me run through them.
Go ahead. Run through them.
All right, my number 5, Twilight Zone the movie.
It was only PG. That's right. That's right.
And
that'd be an R today, all day.
At least PG-13.
At least.
With the even just the racial slurs the guy
Yeah.
uses.
Oh God, yeah.
The first
the language.
Yeah.
So but one thing about this is like a lot of people complain if a movie comes out and it's PG-13. Oh, that's gonna suck.
That doesn't mean anything.
It doesn't mean anything. Like you don't need nudity, you don't need lots of gore to be scary. You really don't.
Yeah, Twilight Zone the movie, 1983. That's my number 5. Number 4, Invasion of the Body Snatchers was PG.
Which one?
The first one, 1978. Well, the remake.
That's I know which one. Okay.
But that's the
most popular one with
the most well-made. So
Donald Sutherland.
and Kevin McCarthy and yeah. That's my number 4. Now my number 3, some people might not consider this horror, but it is, man, is Gremlins.
Oh, Gremlins is horror.
Yeah, I think so.
But I'm
too.
sure that movie we discussed with Crank.
Another Christmas movie.
It is a Christmas movie.
Gremlins
Absolutely.
is absolutely
it's
a
absolutely a
Christmas
Christmas
movie.
movie, and it's absolutely horror.
Thank you very much. That's my number 3.
Because horror can be angled towards children and like families. I mean, it's okay sometimes. And like,
yes, definitely Twilight Zone, not Twilight. Never seen it, never will. Get that shit out of here.
Yeah, I never seen Twilight either.
Never will.
It is still horror though.
It's a teenage vampire.
Even if it's
Man,
bad.
I see that shit.
It's bad horror, but it is horror.
So yeah, Gremlins was number 3. Number 2 is Poltergeist.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, we've talked.
Which I
about
just recently watched. I
Love
just finished watching it yesterday. I like it too. Movie's got a lot of holes in it.
Love it.
A lot of holes.
Yes and no. And my number 1 is absolutely Jaws.
Jaws.
It's absolutely.
It's one of the top horror movies of all time.
It's a slasher film.
It is a slasher film.
Yeah.
Oh yeah, somebody we were having a discussion. Somebody's Jaws isn't a horror movie.
Jaws is a slasher film,
It
but
absolutely
it counts
is.
as a slasher horror. You know.
I mean, he's
The
just like
slashers-
Jason.
the
You don't
slasher-
see him. He
right.
creeps up on you. The music's playing like Jason.
But a lot of times in slasher films, the slasher isn't necessarily a mortal human either. It's like Jason himself, once he becomes a zombie, isn't like a guy. He's like an animal. You know?
Yeah.
Like it's just the manifestation of the slasher itself. The slasher happens to be a shark.
Jess, what's up, man? On this episode, we're just kind of just freestyling, just talking whatever. Right now, in particular, he just joined. We're talking about PG and PG-13 horror movies, which was supposed to be the topic. Is that last week or 2 weeks ago?
Last week.
Last week. Okay. Time flies when you're having fun.
Yeah.
I like the Money Pit. I don't know the Money Pit.
That's Tom Hanks and Shelley. Is either Shelley Duvall or Shelley Long. I think it's Shelley.
I'm gonna go with Shelley Long
Yeah.
because
It's
Shelley
a
Duvall.
comedy where they buy like this decrepit mansion and fix it back up. But
I've seen it in the 80s, but I don't remember it.
Yeah, what? I don't really remember.
The Grudge, scariest PG-13 movie, and 10 Cloverfield Lane, Insidious, and The Visit
Insidious
are the best.
is PG-13.
Shelley Long, Lorena says.
Shelley Long, yeah.
So, yeah, those are all PG-13. They're all good. I was going to say, as far as like movies, a lot of people think PG-13 label, they can't be scary, they can't be good. The scariest movie Ricky ever seen was The Boogeyman. Just came out last year. We went to see it. He got scared. He never gets scared in horror movies. He got scared. So I fuck with him about it all the time. It's like, oh, you were scared. What about Casper? Casper is most definitely horror. Most definitely.
I don't think I ever saw it.
Well, I mean, you've seen the cartoons at least.
Sure, yeah.
You know,
they made a movie of it though.
Yeah, they made a movie with
Christina Ricci,
yes,
right?
the Princess of Horror.
Yeah,
Jesus.
the Princess of Horror.
Yeah, yeah. She's a legendary in the horror community.
Danielle Harris is the Princess of Horror.
Yeah. Oh, well, you know, they've all, and then now it's the other chick, the little Spanish chick that's Wednesday now.
Oh, yeah.
And Scream and everything.
Her.
Good God.
Yeah. Jenna Ortega.
Jenna Ortega, yes. Yeah.
I'd still take Danielle Harris.
Oh, yeah, I know, but I'm just saying it's just like kind of been passed down.
I'll take
all three.
I'll take Danielle Harris.
Oh, Danielle.
Anywhere. Anytime.
One of my first crushes in life.
No, of course.
Danielle Harris.
She's so married, but still. Yeah.
When she was on Roseanne, I thought she was super hot. Dark Knight, greatest PG-13 movie ever. Yeah, but is that a horror movie?
No.
Batman's got horror elements
that's
for sure.
That's an action superhero comic book movie. It's a good movie.
But it's dark.
It's a good movie.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Some people might consider it a horror movie. I don't know about
maybe
Dark
if
Knight.
the Joker had more kills. Yeah, a couple.
Dude, did he?
Yeah.
Oh no, he almost killed like 2 million people. But
yeah.
Oh no, he blew up that whole hospital. I don't know.
I guess.
Animal Farm, Rats of Nim. I remember that. Last Unicorn returned to Oz, marketed as kids' movies, but traumatized all of us from the 70s.
Last
80s.
Unicorn is pretty fucking cool. I watched that, I want to say like 2019.
Spawn is a borderline horror movie.
Spawn? Sure.
You know, it deals with the devil. It deals with, I mean, you know, the movie sucked. I used to like it as a kid because I was a big Spawn fan. Mm-hmm. The movie sucked, but John Leguizamo really, really, really saved that thing.
This is an interesting choice.
Because his character as the Violator was just amazing. He was so good. He nailed that. Like when you read the comic books, that's exactly what you pictured him as, the clown. And
because he's a funny dude.
And he's it's got scary parts to it for sure. Spawn is a horror movie.
Remember House of Buggin'?
Yes.
The like super bootleg version of In Living Color. That was nowhere near as good as In Living Color.
Jaws is PG-13. Could argue horror. It is definitely horror, and when it came out, it was PG.
It is PG.
It is PG.
It is
PG. But that and Poltergeist was also PG. I collected the action figures, had them all, but wasn't a fan of the movie. Check out Rosa. Check out on HBO the cartoon, the animated series for Spawn. Much better than the movie. Much more true to Todd's vision.
Beetlejuice definitely has horror elements to it.
Beetlejuice is horror. You said could be classified as definitely. I think Beetlejuice is most definitely.
It wouldn't sneak into my top 5.
He's over there sitting in my horror cave.
Yeah. He wouldn't
right next to Jason and Freddy.
He wouldn't sneak in. That movie wouldn't sneak into my top 5, but I like it.
I like Beetlejuice a bunch. I'm really excited for Beetlejuice 2. So,
what's your favorite Tim Burton movie? Mine's
a tough one.
Mine's a black sheep of like Tim Burton movies.
Is it Pee Wee Herman?
No,
that's mine probably.
Mine's
which is his first movie?
Mine's Big Fish.
I've never seen it.
I love it.
Yeah, I've never seen it, but knowing what I know about it, I should have guessed that was your favorite movie.
I love it
because it's the most
so good.
Critically acclaimed, I guess.
I never heard of that.
No, critics.
Oh, really?
It didn't make a lot of money. It didn't do good with the masses, but it did good with like film critics.
I didn't even know.
Mm-hmm.
I had no idea.
Nightmare Before Christmas for Rosa. Yeah. Oh, here's a new name. We got Gina Marie Rawson. Hi, guys. It's Gina. I make the wreaths. Oh, hey, what's up? Yeah, Bill was just talking about you. Glad to join you. Glad to have you. Glad to have all these new people. It's great. Edward Scissorhands is Charles Sherrod.
That's
to
a
me
lot of
rides the
people's-
line of horror.
Yeah,
Yes, it does.
And that's a lot of
And it's got
people's-
Vincent Price.
Yeah, that's a lot of people's favorite Tim Burton movie.
I like that one a lot too. Tim Burton, he's had some fucking bangers, man. I mean, he really has.
Big Fish is definitely different than like all the others, but yeah, the story resonated with me.
Yeah, I gotta see that.
It's not horror at all. But
No, I know, just Tim Burton.
it's a drama, but it's just so good.
I agree with Ryan. Eric says, Big Fish, great movie, wonderful. Critters, that's back to the PG movies. Critters is good stuff. The countdown has begun, guys. Great show, but I got to powder my nose for the show. Hey, Charles, before you go, your show on, what was it, when you had the drink, was that the Halloween show? Nevertheless, I think you need to fix yourself one of those every show because that show was a banger. It was great. He had it was a big ass glass of some type of liquor, man. It was full as hell. By the end of that show, Charles was feeling good.
Was it empty?
I think it was empty at the end of the show because
Children of the Corn has to be rated R.
No, PG or PG-13.
Are you serious?
Swear to God.
The first one?
The first one.
Why do I remember that being so disturbing?
Drinking Bloody Marys. Nice. Oh, because tonight is Blair Witch.
Children of the Corn is absolutely rated R.
I found it on a PG
Right
list,
there.
man. I see what you're saying.
The original.
I know.
Yeah.
I seen it on a list
That's
of PG
way
movies.
too dark and disturbing to not be rated
I
R.
seen it on a PG list.
You saw it wrong.
Later,
list.
dudes. Later, Charles. Maybe that's the wrong list.
That's
man. Fuck
IMDb.
you
That's
know.
the official list.
Yeah, IMDb could be wrong.
No,
People,
they can't.
IMDb is like Wikipedia.
No, it's
People
not.
can't edit
No,
it. Yes,
no,
they
you-
can.
Not anyone can just jump in there and edit
I
it.
think you can.
No.
I think if you got a pro account, you can.
Children of the Corn is absolutely rated R. I'm like 100% sure. That movie's disturbing as fuck. A lot of people don't like it. I actually do.
I like it. Did you see the new one?
I've only seen the first I didn't know
There's like 7 of them.
I saw 3. Really?
Yeah. There's
I only
one, and then 2 came out way after
yeah,
one.
Yeah.
There was a big gap. There's 3, there's 4, there's 5, there's 666, and then
Yeah, I remember 666 out. I think I checked out after the 3rd or 4th one.
Rosa, did you saying you loved the new one, the new Children of the Corn? Is that what you're talking about?
I don't want to see it.
It's for me, I think the movie was not good, but the little girl that took the place of the guy, I can't remember his name. Jacob doesn't sound right. Isaiah? No.
Yeah.
Isaac?
Yeah. Isaac. Yeah.
Whatever. The guy that was running shit in Children of the Corn.
Isaac. Yeah.
The girl that took his place was much more evil, much more twisted, and
That little dude was fucked up.
yeah, he was. She's better. I promise. Probably the only redeeming quality in the movie, if you ask my opinion.
He's the best part of the original movie.
No, I'm talking about the new one. The
Or
girl
even
was-
in the old
there
one.
was other stuff about the old one that was good.
Yeah.
To me, this one, the only thing that was good was the little girl, and she was really good.
I really like the music and just the sound design of the first one too a lot.
So you didn't like any of the Pet Cemetery movies? Okay. I like the first one. I kind of like the remake. Oh, the original Children of the Corn. Yeah, the original is much better than the remake.
I like it.
But the remake,
Just the first one.
it's worth watching just for this little girl. Swear to God. It's streaming on some shit. Go find it, and you will come back and you'll be like, you're right. Because she was amazing in it. She was creepy as fuck. The movie blew, though. The movie was not good. But she was so good that I will watch that movie again because of how good she was. I gave that movie a D, and it got a D because she was an A.
So it was the rest of it was a big fat F.
Oh, big fat F. It's bad.
So I saw something yesterday.
What'd you see
And
yesterday?
I didn't watch the whole movie because it was 2 fucking hours and 20 minutes. And I'm just like, what the fuck? But I watched about half of Terrifier 2 yesterday.
Without seeing Terrifier 1?
No, I've seen it.
Oh, I thought you didn't.
I watched it.
Okay. Terrifier 1's good.
Yeah. I got through.
I think it's a bet. Terrifier 2, I like them both.
I got through half of it.
Different reasons, but
I had to turn it off.
you didn't dig it.
There was one particular scene, and I got to that. I just had.
Well, what was it?
I don't want to talk about.
Oh,
it.
come on.
Well, we're gonna review them.
I know we are, so just talk about it because we're like in the middle of it right now. I mean, they want to know what you're
We're
talking
almost
about.
done anyway.
I know, but real quick.
Saved by the Bell.
What was the scene?
The bedroom.
Oh yeah, that just went way too far, way too long.
I hated
for no
every
reason.
I hated every
Well, that
time.
was our problem. Our biggest problem with All Hallows Eve.
Just the very end.
How they kill just went on and on and on and on. This is kind of pointless.
And I read this thing like in the. I mean.
Oh, he agreed with you, huh? He said the bedroom before you did.
It's fucking gross, man.
Yeah, it just got to be a little too much. But there was a lot of cool elements about it. The fantasy element, it kind of tried to be like gory and twisted as much as it could be, but then it also tried to be like a real movie too. And I think that kind of conflicted.
My thing.
But you didn't see the whole movie, so you probably don't even know what I'm talking about with the other part of it. But the first Terrifier movie
was very entertaining. See, a lot of people say that, but man, I got to be honest with you. I'm not a queasy dude. I'm not a prude. You can vouch for
definitely.
That. I felt uncomfortable watching that. Like it made me uneasy.
Well,
and if that's the intent, that's fine.
Part 3 is supposed to be worse or better, depending on who you ask.
Like, and if the intent is to make like someone feel uneasy, that's fine. But again, what is the motivation?
Right, and again, that's what I'm saying. Like where the movie was trying to be like a real movie, and then it's trying to be like this gore fest, gore porn.
A lot of people,
and at the same time, and I think it really conflicted.
It's like a lot of people love these movies and the art character.
I love the art character,
but this is just my opinion. But I don't think this director has a fucking vision. I just don't see it. I seen
it in the first one. In the second one, it seems like he had two visions, and it's like if you got two quarterbacks, you don't got one. So I think that's what kind of went on. So, but the first one was really well done.
I just know for me, these movies aren't for me.
No, that's fine.
And
everything's not for everybody.
No, it's not going to be. Some people don't like the original fucking Psycho. And
oh my god, fuck those people.
Well, they're stupid. But I mean, it's again, not everyone's going to like it. I get it. Now we would never compare that to Terrifier. But yeah, I finally got around to watching them because I just wanted to see like what all the fuss was about because it's just so fucking popular. Like all of a sudden,
So speaking of Psycho, since you brought that up, Michaela went to her first sleepover the other day with their friends. It was one of her friends' birthday, and they were playing charades. And one of the kids, the thing he got was Psycho, and they're trying to act it out, and it's like doing like stabbing things and this, that, and the other thing, and nobody could guess it. And then Michaela, when she found out what it was, she got pissed. She's like, "That's not what this movie's about. No. This movie's much more deeper than
it is." If you pull a shower curtain and
then maybe, but like this movie is not a slasher killer and all this. Is like so much more going on to it. Like she just loves that movie, and I love that she loves it.
Maybe
we finally went through. We finally seen the fourth one.
Maybe we'll have to have her come on
to review that one. Yeah, we could do that.
Yeah.
Hell House was the shit of all of them.
I don't know that one.
Hell House is. We probably missed somebody else talking about something. I cannot watch it. The original. I'm terrified of him. So is a lot of people. Pennywise.
Yeah. See, I like the original, the 1991 with Tim Curry.
Tim Curry.
I love it.
But you don't like Bill Skarsgård?
No, he's okay.
Yeah.
But I prefer Tim Curry.
Hell House is the found footage movie with where they go into that haunted house, the Abaddon.
That's right.
Crank and the guys were there this past. They came when they were coming through on the way home, and they're going to have that director on their show soon. All the Hell Houses are great. I started to watch one of them and got distracted, and I need to go back to it, and I will. But it's been an hour. I want to thank everybody for coming on. I want to thank everybody for helping us get through this no-topic show by providing us with content in the comments.
Yeah.
Definitely come through and showed up and showed out like you guys always do, and we appreciate that. Thanking all the new people that are in there, Bill Wolf and his wife and some other people whose names I'm forgetting. Rosa, who's been here since day one.
Yeah.
Lorena Faze, all of you guys coming up, showing out. And thanks, man. And we're just going to keep growing this thing. You guys keep spreading the word. We're going to keep growing this thing because, like I said in the beginning, this is our show together. And we're going to all, as a group, as a community, make this thing bigger and bigger. And it just keeps getting bigger. And we're up to like 200-something followers on different things and real followers, and not like other people that buy followers. They got 10,000 followers on their page, but only get 20 views on their thing. That nobody's watching this shit.
Yeah, and it's organic too because
It's organic.
we've
It's
never paid to boost it.
No, we don't want
We've
to do
never
that.
paid to advertise it anywhere. It's all word of mouth. It's all you guys. It's all other podcast hosts too. that
Helping
we're
us
friends
out.
with,
Yes, absolutely.
sharing our stuff.
Yeah.
And we appreciate all of it.
Just like the DCS, we will grow. Hey, hopefully one day we can be half as big as them. That's our goal. And no, actually, that's not our goal. Our goal is to do good, fun horror talk with good, cool people, and that's what we're doing. So we're achieving our goal. Like I said, we strive for mediocrity, man, and I think we're hitting it. I think we're hitting it. No, seriously. You guys are making this really fucking awesome, and thank all of you for coming up and being on. And yeah. So, yeah, keep following the page, keep sharing the page, get more and more people to check us out. And I think next week we're probably going to take the week off due to, hey, Christina, what's up? We're going to take the week off due to the Thanksgiving thing. We might put something out, we might not. We might record something and just put it up there. I'm not sure. Follow the page. We'll let you know what's up. The week after that, 11:30. Well, we'll see what Crank's got going on and see if we can get him on for the what is horror discussion, which I think will be a really good one. But follow the page. We'll talk about what's up and down and what's going to be and all that good stuff. But we are going to get out of here because I got to cook for my wife for her party in the morning. And yeah.
Yeah,
So,
I got some driving to do.
He's got some. Yeah, you got to get out of here. But thanks, guys. We'll see you next week.
There goes it.